What is up, friends? Okay, so as y'all know, we got Gumball, a dairy cow, to help us with an overabundance of calves because we started the season off with a bunch of twins. So consequently, we have this dairy cow, and I'm like, I'm gonna milk her. So when we got her, I was like, I'm definitely gonna milk her. As long as there's like enough milk for the two calves and whatever, they're all good, then I would definitely try to milk her. So last weekend, I actually was able to milk her. Very first time I've ever done this, you guys, whatever. But anyways, I didn't get a YouTube video going on because, well, I was just too busy, and I did get a little bit of a video, but it was not in the right format for YouTube. So this weekend, unfortunately, it's windy. I hate that it's windy. But anyway, this weekend I'm like, I gotta get my YouTube video of me milking Gumball. So anyways, I'm just getting ready to go do that. I'm gonna get her a bucket of oats and then head on over. All right, I've got half a bucket of oats. I've got my bucket for milking, and I've got a warm towel to wipe her udder and her nipple or her teats off with. So I'm just gonna go see if I can do this right now, guys. So here's our Gumball girl. She's so beautiful, and she already knows that I have oats for her. So I want to get set up though where there is no wind, and she's having a poo-poo, where there's no wind so that the milk doesn't go flying everywhere, because that kind of happened to me a little bit last weekend. Hopefully she's got milk. So that's the challenging thing. It's like, there's not challenging. I mean, I'm only going to milk her if there's milk. I don't want to take too much because she does have 2 calves on her, but dairy cows, they say they can have up to 3 to 4 calves on her, and she only has 2. They're getting big though. They've like tripled or like doubled, for sure doubled, but they're getting huge. They're 3 weeks old and they're getting humongous. But anyway, so I want to make sure she's got enough milk for them, and so I don't want to over milk her. So we're gonna check it out and see, but I'm definitely gonna give it a whirl right now because I'm all prepared to do this video. So we're gonna give it a shot. Hey girly, she's so beautiful. Hey Miss Gumball. She came from a dairy barn, as if you watched my last video, as you all know. She came from a dairy barn, and she is purebred Holstein, and she came with the name Gumball. We didn't name her that. So oh, she's smart. Gumball. Okay, what I was just doing there is I just wanted to make sure she couldn't push the gate open and go get her bucket of oats, because I need those. Okay, where is the wind coming from? I feel like they're in the right spot. It's pretty good over here. So I'm gonna dump her oats in the bale here. I think I'll milk her. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna get us set up. All good. I'm gonna get set up here with the oats in the bale behind me, and then we'll get going. And her little calves are right here. They're just so good. Hey, baby. She knows. Not her first rodeo. Hopefully that's enough that she'll stay there for a bit. Who knows? But I'm gonna go and give it a whirl. All right, you guys, so I got a bit of milk, which it's not going to look like a lot in this bucket because this is a huge bucket. She doesn't have a ton of milk in her at this present moment, so probably the calves were sucking on her recently, but that's okay. I don't need a whole big bunch of it. I just like to have a little bit. If I want milk, then I have some. And it's kind of like the experience, I guess, of it, the whole thing. It's like, well, we have this milk cow here. We'd be crazy not to like drink her milk. I haven't convinced Mark to drink it yet, but he says he had fresh milk when he was a kid. He grew up on a farm his whole life. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna head inside. So the next step, what I do, because there's definitely some straw that gets in here, I'm gonna head inside and I'm gonna strain it with cheesecloth. But I guess I've had a few people comment like, why don't you tie her up? Why don't you get a stool? Well, there's a few things. One, I haven't tied her up because she's never been tied up. So I think that would be a whole other thing, trying to just get her on a halter. Like, if I can leave this experience for Gumball as natural as possible, then that's awesome. Then she will be, like, it won't be as hard on her, you know? And then I just like come out here and milk her out here because it's easy to keep her in her natural setting. Just let her put some oats in there, let her eat them. Look at her, she's just like buried in there. She didn't even care that I was milking her. And just like let it be. Hey girlie, I love her. She's so sweet. Hi sweetheart. Hey girl. Anyways, so yeah, so I just want to be as natural as possible. A stool, well, I'm gonna graduate to a stool as soon as I feel like I can haul all that stuff in here and not disrupt her. Like, just, I think the less amount of stuff that I have coming in here, the better off we are. It's not very intimidating to her. She knows she knows I come in with the oats. This is the third time I've milked her. So for me being only milking a cow 3 times, I think I'm doing pretty good. For her only being here, this is her 3rd week, letting me milk her, I think she's doing a great job too. Like, I think we have a pretty cool relationship already, and obviously she's very tame because she came from a dairy barn, but I think we are hitting it off pretty good. Hey sweetheart, I am obsessed with her and she's such a good mom. So anyway, so that's basically it, you guys. Like, I just want to keep things pretty natural for her, for me as well. Like, I don't want to have this whole big production if I can get away without having this whole, like, if I can get into the shape of actually just like milking her on my feet and whatever, that'll be awesome. But anyway, so that's this part of milking the dairy cow. She is glorious. So we'll see, maybe later on she'll have more milk. I ran to town with Mark, so I'll keep an eye on her, and if she does, maybe I'll come milk her one more time here today. But that pretty much is the gist of me milking a cow. And now I'm gonna head inside, strain it out, and toss it in the fridge. So basically, I've watched YouTube videos. That's how I learned how to milk a cow. I just watched YouTube videos. And then I watched one video where somebody said, if you don't get it in the fridge soon enough, it can taste a bit cowy. Well, I don't know what that tastes like. So like if it sits out in the warm, you don't want it to do that. It's kind of cool here today. It's only like it's +7. So anyways, I could just toss this in the snow if I had to do a couple other things or whatever, but you really want to get it strained and get it into the fridge. Somebody else was asking me the other day, like, do you have to do anything else? Like, do you have to process it all before you can actually drink it? And I was like, no, that's the beauty of having your own milk cow. You just get to milk it and drink it. And so that's the wonderful thing of a dairy cow, having your own dairy cow. And I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. Like, it's a pretty great thing. So you guys, I'm gonna head inside, show you guys what I do to strain it and everything, and then toss her into the fridge. So okay, so now I've got all the milk inside and everything I need. Here's my cheesecloth. I used it last weekend and washed it a bit and just let it air dry. And this is the jar that I'm going to put it into. But first, I'm boiling water to sanitize the jar so that we can make sure it's all clean. And then we'll strain this out. Okay. Awesome. So you definitely want to make sure you strain it out so that you get rid of any dirt that might have gotten in there, or hair from the cow, or straw, or whatever. But you might want to strain it a couple times. So I'm going to do that. It's just the freshly washed one. I'm just going to use this and just kind of strain it back and forth until everything is strained out of it. And then once you are done straining it out, okay, so we have, oh, I didn't even get that much. We got like half of a liter. The first time I did it, I got way more. So I might have to go back later and get a little bit more. But once you do this, you want to put it in the fridge right away, and then the cream will separate from the milk, and the cream will sit on the top. We've heard that dairy cows or Holstein cows don't have as much cream in them as a Jersey cow, but she did have a little bit of cream on her, which I was a little bit surprised by anyways, because she does have 2 calves on her, so that was a little bit surprising anyhow. But it does separate. You can actually see like the whole line. It separates from the milk, and I scooped it off and put it in my cream because there wasn't really much to do anything with, or put it in my coffee because there wasn't much to do anything else with. Hot. Okay, so I just dumped hot boiling water from the kettle into there to make sure that it is nice and sanitized, just because I'm going to put this one into the fridge like that, and I just want to make sure that it's clean, and then yeah, strain her back in. I think everything's strained out of it. I'm definitely going to go milk her one more time later on. See if she's got more milk in her then. But you guys, that is that. So that is that little bit of milk. That's not even half. It's like little hair in there. It's not even half of the whole jar. So, and then I just bought these ball plastic lids because they're easy to wash, keep clean, and they're not that metal where it can get rusty. And then I'm just gonna pop that into the fridge like that, and that's exactly how you milk your own milk cow from a very beginner cow milker. Mark is on the other side smirking at me. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, you guys. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And we'll check you guys next time. Thanks for watching.